Hi everyone, I'm Grace. Under the car is Giles and this is us. We've just bought the 1994 Peugeot 205 turbo diesel Mardi Gras. Bought as a non-runner, we knew there were going to be some issues to address, but it was just too cute to resist, so we had to save it. We have lots of injector pump issues, so I've decided it is likely the pump seal, so here goes changing it. We started by removing the existing pump and giving it a really good clean, as I don't think it's seen a rag in a day or two. There's quite a lot of diesel in the engine bay. I realise it is quite difficult to see, but the main aim is just to get most of that cleared up so it's nice and shiny again, and so we can see if any new leaks occur. Next we moved on to changing the actual seal, which was really not easy to remove as it had gone super hard. As you can see, it took a little bit of a beating to get out. But get the new seal and we put it in with just a little bit of Vaseline, which really helped actually get it into position. And then once it was in position, we just used a socket and a copper hammer just to help drift it into position. With the new pump seal now in place, we thought we'd tackle one of the other issues, which was a split breather pipe. It was like it since we got it, and we just thought whilst we're doing all these jobs, we may as well change it. And we had some spare pipes lying around that was roughly the right size. Not quite the right size though, so back with the Vaseline to really try and help get this into position. Yep. Still fighting. Vaseline did not really help us, so coming up with another plan, I think. So the other plan was stick it in some boiling water and hope that it softens it enough just to help get it into position, which it did, to be fair. It was quite good. It still was an absolute fight, but we did get there with it. Although it's not perfect, we're calling that as a good job for the time being, and we can move on to something else for now. Time now for just a little bit of light reading, so out with the Haynes manual and some help from Willow, whilst I try and find out the torque for the pump seal to be tightened up to. I've got to be honest, I don't spend a lot of my time reading Haynes manuals, so this was quite tricky for me to find, but I did get there in the end, I think. I hope I got it right. That was then time for lunch. Who can resist a picnic in the sun with the dogs next to that beautiful car? Last few jobs before we can actually try and start it. So just tightening up the cam belt cover bolts, and then we're actually good to bleed the injectors and hopefully start it. Now, this is the moment of truth. To be fair, we had already bled the injectors, so this was me actually trying to start it for the first time.
So now have you just cranked it?
Safe to say we were absolutely buzzing. It had been a long morning and a lot of work. Actually, so glad that it started, hence my epic dancing. So you'll have to come back to actually see the beauty drive. Thanks for watching.